And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we embark on the next 12, 14 hours of some treacherous weather.
Yeah, we're gonna see something in our area. How much is still up for debate, but
do you remember that song during the 70s? And I don't remember who sang it, but it kind of fits. Slip sliding in a way.
Slip sliding away.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
This could be the look of what we get for the next 24 hours.
We go to a lot of wrecks when it's on a nice sunshiny day.
Yes, sir, we do.
Imagine what's going to happen when we have ice on the roads and ice is on the bridge.
You know, now that you bring that up, we do have an accident that we need to talk about. Scott County, mile marker 85.5, westbound. 2 18-wheelers involved. One side of the highway just about 30 to 40 minutes ago was still blocked with debris. I know 2 tires off the front of one of the 18-wheelers was missing. A trailer was damaged in another, and they were calling a wrecker for the car that was involved in this. I don't think there was any injuries to speak of, but still a mess. And it was
bad oil spill. I'm glad that's not in this area, but Simmons is en route to that with their hazmat team to get that cleaned up this morning. But yeah, definitely, if you're in that area headed westbound, be careful. It's going to be a slow go.
And I had someone text me just a minute ago and said there may be something in Newton County also. I'm waiting to hear somebody hit a deer on the interstate. Yeah, it's deer or something like that. So, and again, with this cold weather, we forgot to give you a Chet report, didn't we?
Oh yeah, because he's got his buffing machine out. And,
on Dancer and Prancer will come prance on your hood.
Yeah.
Cold weather makes these animals move, especially during colder weather expected. They know it's coming. So we want y'all to be prepared for what is about to come upon you.
And if it's icy, you've got to leave home, be extremely careful, especially if you drive a front-wheel drive car. And what you always say on these thunderstorms, would not be a good time to use cruise control.
No, sir, it sure would not be. Odie, I've never owned them, and I probably should buy some. If you've got a 2-wheel drive vehicle, how well do snow chains or this new stuff that wraps around your tires work? Does it really protect your car from sliding? Does it give it grip? Does it help?
It gives it a little bit of grip. The chains kind of break through the ice to get you down to the asphalt. They're still slick and they're kind of rough, but some of your other hardened material that they use, it does help.
You know, in the South, we occasionally see them at a yard sale because nobody knows what to do with them.
Or how to put them on.
Yeah, that does look tricky.
You know, up north, your emergency vehicles, especially your fire trucks, they have chains that come down, that swing down, and they're a bunch of, about 4 chains on each side, about that long. And it's on a motor that spins, and it spins those chains under the tire as they roll.
To break the ice?
Yeah, well, it gives that grip between the road and the tire. But it's not chains all over the wheel. It's not across the whole tire. It's just up under.
We're into a subject that most Southerners have no idea what's really going on.
Don't have a clue.
Again, like I said, I've seen them, but I have never put on a set of it. You know, you get in your 4-wheel drive, boy, you'll make it. But there are a lot of people that have 2-wheel drives that may need something. If you've got them, you might want to go ahead and put that on. It's not going to be horrible in the Meridian area, but it will cause travel problems tomorrow morning. We're expecting that. Now, as I brought this up, let's go ahead and address it. You don't know of anything that's closed at this point, do you?
Nothing yet. And I'm sure a decision. We've got a weather briefing at 10 o'clock this morning. Lots of conversation is going to be talked about 10:30. We will start having discussions to see what's the best solution for what we see may come.
Let's look at this map, Odie. Here's what we have with our map as we pull this up. Look at the extent of this storm as it comes across Abilene, Waco, Texas, all the way up to Jefferson City, Wichita, Kansas, Indianapolis, Dayton, Ohio, as we come down to sweet little old Mississippi through Nashville, Birmingham, these areas here. This pink area is the winter storm warning. Anything that is in purple on this screen is a winter storm watch, which is, we zoom in on this, and we covered this earlier. Some of you heard us talking about it. We've got Greenville in the northwest corner of Mississippi, and then Noxubee County and Winston County. Here's Macon, Mississippi. Here's Louisville, Noxapater. Y'all are under a winter storm watch. Now, what this tells us, this is a level 2 across here, and most of Kemper County is a level 2. We get into the Meridian area. Most of Lauderdale County, it'll cut across here through Decatur, and these areas here will be a level 1, which means conditions are favorable for something to happen. Let me get back over here, Odie, and show everybody. We showed this earlier, but I want everybody to see it just the same. Let me pull this up and pop this on the screen so people can see these, what the National Weather Service is, the layout of what we're expecting. As we pull this up, there it is, the cold weather for tonight. You'll see the number 1 there. That starts at the Lauderdale County, Clark County line, goes northward up, taking all of the southeast area, and it's only going to be that area out by Stuckey's Bridge that's not included in this. But I wouldn't discount that either. Let's put all of Lauderdale County in at a level 1 into chunky area, across taking in the Veterans Cemetery, and all of that area there north of I-20 at Newton, leaving the Lawrence side of the west side of the state not in that level 1, and everything northward of there in Newton County. The southern half of Neshoba County will be a level 1. Anything at the Philadelphia city limits and northward is a level 2. All of Kemper County, Noxubee, and also Winston and Atala counties. You see that? Then it'll swoop up to Greenwood, Greenville, and back into Louisiana, and then everything red, Odie, from there to the Mississippi, Tennessee state line is going to be a level 1, which means don't travel, period. As a matter of fact, Kemper County and those areas of Louisville, Winston County, Highway 15, Highway 16, Highway 25, stay off of them in the morning.
Just go ahead and be prepared. Stay off of the road.
State troopers are going to be busy along with your local emergency folks, volunteer fire departments, your emergency management, your constables, your sheriff's departments will be working. They will earn their keep tomorrow.
Yeah, and if it gets real bad, we hope to see it. It's been a little while since we've done this, but because it hadn't been as bad, it's probably been 7-8 years, I'd say, since we've downgraded our response. It was so bad that if we got an emergency call, we ran no lights, and we did not get in a hurry to get anywhere.
Because you couldn't.
Because you couldn't. And the last thing you want to do is have a wreck or slide off the road while you're trying to respond. So to be a help for somebody first, you must get there. So Bob said, does insurance companies pay for these oil spill cleanups? They do. And I tell you, they are not cheap. There's been cleanups that run $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. This one's not going to be one of those. It's not going to be cheap, but they do pay for the cleanups.
So that's good to know. The taxpayer doesn't have to pay for that.
Correct. And we bill. So when we go out and respond to these wrecks, if you're a Lauderdale County resident, we don't bill. Your tax dollars goes to take care of that, and we don't bill anything. But if you are an out-of-town trucking company and we have to clean up and stuff, we do bill your insurance, and Lauderdale County gets reimbursed for what we spent on your wreck. So we do make sure that we take care of our taxpayers, and that making sure that you're not funding someone else's wreck. We do get money back.
Bob made a point. People are mostly these levels of threat for tornadoes. You kind of know them now. Let's look at, he wanted us to point out what this was. Let's pull this back up where everybody can see this. This is from the National Weather Service, is what we've gotten in. There are 3 levels that are issued for the great state of Mississippi. That level 1, which includes Lauderdale and portions of Newton, Neshoba, and also into Atala County, is level 1, which means a brief period of freezing rain and sleet is possible. It has a limited potential for travel impacts, meaning in the forecast, we've got a 0.10 chance of accumulation of ice, Odie. Less than a tenth is what they're claiming. But it doesn't take but a speck on a bridge for us to have problems because we're not equipped for that. Now, as you get into Kemper County, Neshoba County, Winston, and also Noxubee County, and Attala, you're going to get that level 2, which is an elevated threat. Freezing rain, sleet, and snow is possible. They're probably going to get it with the models that I've seen. I've seen it, and it's going to impact travel and power outages. You'll see that they're not really predicting a lot of power outages, but they are folks standing by. As we get into the red area, which is a level 3, is a mixture of slow.
Yeah, some of them.
A mixture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Expect dangerous, as you'll see the word they put on that, dangerous travel conditions, and without a doubt, power problems. And again, this begins at 11 p.m. tonight.
So Diane said, pray for our linemen, and you brought up power. These guys are going to be out there. Water is heavy. When you freeze that water, if that line is below freezing and rain gets on it, it turns to ice. And that ice is extremely heavy and will weigh these power lines down. Same with a tree limb. It weighs these tree limbs down. They fall on the power lines, and now you've got power lines on the ground. Depending on where it is, depending on if the linemen are going to get up in the air and work on that, you have to be cautious. If you've got a lot of trees down, they don't need to be working around an area that's got tree limbs that are weighted down extremely heavy with ice that could fall on them. But yes, prayers for our linemen.
And speaking of linemen and what they do for a living, let's look at this, Odie. Let me hit my button back over here. Everybody can see. This is a map of the United States of what we've got power outages. You get into these areas here, and remember, all this area up here is already under this. We look at the state of Kentucky. Already 4,000 without power. We've got 2,400 in the state of Tennessee without power. South Carolina 900, 2,600 in Georgia. As we get into Alabama 500, and about 298 people in the state of Mississippi. These areas. Look at this. When you get into Missouri, this is where the snow and things are getting worse. As you get up here, 1,400 in New York, New Jersey, 2,500, 4,500 in Virginia, where they've had a lot of things. So people are going to be working some overtime trying to get all of this adjusted. Hopefully our area is going to fare this well. I do know I've talked to several linemen that have been washing up, getting ready, try to get an extra nap at night when they're at home. Because when it turns on, it's go, baby, go.
And they're not just here. So they're going, some of our guys here are going to respond up to North Mississippi to help those guys. Because when we need it, those guys come down here and help us. And you saw on that map, doesn't have anything to do with ice. The entire United States was blue. That means each state that's blue is less than 10,000 people that are out of power. But you saw one, some people consider it a foreign country. California was red. They've got over 100,000 people without power right now. Of course, that's due to
the fires.
The fires out there. So definitely praying for the linemen out that way, the fire crews, and everybody else. A lot of people are losing their homes out there. So we do pray for each and every one of y'all over there in California.
Now, if you are thinking you're a business owner, you're in charge of that decision, you decide that you want to close or do anything differently, please let us know, inbox us or email us so we can get that information out to everybody so that they won't load up if they've got an appointment to be at your business tomorrow morning, that you're going to adjust your hours. Maybe you're coming in late. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that wait till 11 or 12 to open their doors. If you do that, please let us know so we can adjust this for everybody.
If you can wait till 10, give the sun time to come out and melt some of the ice to keep everything safe. Not a bad idea. I know it's a tough decision to make, but we definitely want to keep everybody safe.
We'll be right back. More to come up. Scotty Ray and Odie. J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. I was aware of a situation that happened last night, and you can go and watch this. I would almost, you know how you someone tries to extort someone, try to get money out of them?
Yeah.
I would almost go to this level of this. There was a call for help at Highway 19, the gas station where we've had numerous crimes happen in the parking lot. We've robbed several people, been shot there. There was a call there last night, and I spoke with the owner, and it was basically a threat, someone trying to get money out of one of their workers, threatening them if they didn't pay them, that they would turn them in to get them fired and give me the money now, or we're going to do this. And you can go here to the Exxon and watch the entire transaction that went on. I've got the video saved. It was sent to me, and it just really goes into what this guy was doing. There was shoplifting involved with this. Female was with him, left without paying for anything she got, and the guy just kept demanding money or something's going to happen to you. I know where you live. He described his house. You live in such and such house. Pay me my money. We don't need that in Meridian, Mississippi.
We don't need that anywhere.
No, but it is well worth mentioning. The law was called. Were there any arrests? I don't think so. But still something like that, if you own a business, a store, be aware of things like this going on to where you can train your employees on how to handle a situation like that, because that's spooky. Training helps when you're put into a bad situation.
It really does.
And again, it will probably all across the U.S. It will eventually get to where you can't leave a store open without numerous people. The day of the one guy working in the store is going away, or it's going to be to where like California was in the 70s with a glass, and you tell them what they want, and they shove it through a little bitty little tray to get what you want.
And you're not getting out until a button's pushed to allow the door. You can stand outside in the line one at a time.
But fortunately, nobody was hurt on that. And it took me about an hour to wade through to finally understand what happened there. But it was a threat is what that was as we look at all of that. Now, let me refresh something. We had, it was horrific last night, and I've added some new video of this this morning that I want everybody to take a look at. Right off of B Street as we get into C Street. And I was there, I got pictures saved. I was there roughly, Odie, 2 months ago, because I had somebody call me and say, look, something's got to be done. This area, the trash that is just left on the sidewalks, it's awful.
Terrible.
They said we have to go through our home to our homes, and we can't even get by this stuff. So much trash is piled up. Last night, the church that is in the 200 block of Fifth Avenue, it's abandoned. Nobody's in it. It was horrible looking. Caught fire. Let's go here to take a look, Odie, as we look at this. Here's a still picture as we look at this. As we come across. Major fire there. And as you'll see there, and I know the trucks and the diesel and the engine, that's with the fire boy being in town with their demonstration with all the fire chiefs, what a way to welcome somebody to the city. Come on down to the fire that we got going here.
It really is. And then you said, it's a church.
Yeah.
Well, that just triggered federal. So.
Well, it's abandoned.
It's abandoned, but it's still a church.
And a lot of you will remember that from the Tuxedo area.
Yeah.
My, oh my. No doubt homeless have been living in it. And I've been asked about that. Was it homeless? Was it? Yes, there was a lot of that. I don't think anybody was in it or harmed with this. But was it done deliberately, accidentally? Probably accidentally, someone trying to keep warm.
They accidentally, deliberately set it.
Yes, that's a good way to say it.
Because they didn't mean for it to burn down, but they purposely set something on fire inside there that was not meant to have a fire.
Correct. They were trying to keep
in
it
a
warm.
place that they were not even supposed to be in to begin with.
All right, but
It's terrible. And look, there's a shelter open. But it goes back to conformity. They're not going to conform to the rules of no drugs, no alcohol, and be in by what is it now? It's 7 o'clock.
yeah, it's 7 o'clock is what they.
You're not going to conform to this stuff. So they go find another place for them to go into that they don't own and destroy.
Odie, I'm afraid we're going to have more of this. And Lord bless Clark County. It has been. It's like yesterday afternoon, there was a fire that broke out. And we'll show you pictures of that here in a little bit. It broke out. And everybody was at work. And they called numerous fire departments trying to get enough manpower to help with it. I think the home was destroyed by the time everybody got there. And, of course, you've got to remember with volunteer fire departments, it's not like a city fire department to where they're at the firehouse and they move immediately. The folks that work at a volunteer fire department are at work. They could be an hour away. They could be anywhere. So that went on in Clark County, and we'll get more into that here in a moment to give you more details. Plus, we're going to tell you what went on last night after dark in Union, Mississippi.
Conspiracy theory. I work that every day. There ain't a conspiracy theory. That's 100% fact.
Okay, yeah.
What's causing all these problems.
We'll be right back as this morning travels along. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Are you tired of your old car being a dud? Well, come into Kia Meridian, where we're giving up to $3,000 over KBB for your trade-in. We have interest rates as low as 0.9% and up to $3,000 in rebates. Come in to Kia Meridian and drive off in a new car and a new you for the new year. Come see us.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. A very chilly morning. 24, Odie.
It was a bird this morning when I walked outside.
Tonight we're looking at somewhere between 31 and 32, and that will decide. Now, imagine what it'd be like if we had 24 with the weather coming in. So we're going to watch it closely, 31, 32, as we watch what's coming in our future for possible winter effects. We did have an effect last night downtown Union, Mississippi. Any Union folks watching up that way?
Oh, yeah, they're there.
Yeah, you couldn't get there around the industrial park there because we had a grain truck that overturned last night, kind of blocked it off where you normally couldn't go downtown with a rig. They had to divert traffic, Odie, until they got all that cleaned up. And it may still be being worked on at this point. I haven't talked to my contacts with the Sheriff's Department yet this morning, but that was a big hazard going on there in Union last night, 18-wheeler turnover. Now, again, if you're traveling west out of Meridian this morning, headed to Jackson, we want to remind you there's an 18-wheeler wreck in Scott County. This is after you go through Morton and you get right past Forest, there's going to be a wreck. Right lane is kind of hemmed up, two 18-wheelers and a vehicle involved in this wreck. No injuries to speak of, but it's debris. There's wreck. We have 18-wheelers. Didn't you say that Simmons is going?
Simmons was en route to get that cleaned up. You're talking about not cheap. I mean, when he has a fleet of wreckers, woo!
Now, also, we'll be working on some more stories and possibilities of burglaries that have been going on in the area. I know that on Highway 19, one night this week, burglars, and you always, they didn't make entry into the Dollar General, but they sure tried.
That's, terrible.
They may have made contact last night. It may have worked for them. I got to dig into this after dark. One of our places that's commonly broken into, the Dollar General on Front Street. I do believe it had a break-in last night. Have Saul, you could get in, Odie. Where do criminals stop?
They don't. It's not in jail.
Now, let's talk about something good and positive that is getting ready to be announced today. We won't blow the lid off of this because the governor of the great state of Mississippi will be making an announcement today. I shared this last night. The governor tells us, big announcement tomorrow. It does involve Lauderdale County. It does involve
yes, it does.
The outskirts. It will affect Meridian. It will affect the entire county. And we await to let them tell the whole story, nothing but the story, coming up later today. And at some point, I'm sure there will be a local press conference to discuss this. We're not sure when yet, or I hadn't been invited to one yet. But a big deal coming for Lauderdale County. And we won't take the thunder. We'll let them make that announcement a little bit later today.
This is something that's going to put a smile on everybody's face.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will, and we'll leave it.
I think there's a lot of people got a smile on their face when this right here happened yesterday.
Oh, let me see.
What you had.
Oh, let me go back to that.
Since we can wait on that since we
we got
jumped
several.
the gun.
We got several of these that we can talk about. Announced yesterday, qualified for mayor of Meridian. Current mayor Larry Gill has qualified to become mayor again. He's running for re-election. We wish him luck on that. He's been there 4 years. We wish him luck on his next. He will be challenged. We'll be getting the information on that. We do have one person that I know of that is qualifying to run against him. We'll see how that turns out.
Mayor Gill?
Yeah, somebody's going to run against him. Now, I don't know if there will be multiple, if it'll just be one. As we see that Ward 5, now this is Tybell Lindsay's ward.
Yeah.
We do see that we have one person that has qualified for sure. This is going to be Dustin Hill. He's going to be challenging her for that council seat. Now, there's talk of some others that are most likely going to run for that also. We'll see how that shapes up. We'll get a complete list.
Has Tybell qualified for a re-election bid, or?
I talked to her yesterday, and I know she's going to. I didn't ask her point blank, have you done it yet?
Yeah.
I'll find that out. We need to discuss that of the incumbents. Now, here's an open slot, and I would imagine this will be one of plenty that sign up for this because it's an open seat.
Yeah.
As we go here, this is Elton Reed has announced his run for District 1. Of course, George Thomas, a little under the weather right now. We hope he's doing better, has retired. He wanted to wait it out. He's been doing it since, 85?
I think so.
Somewhere along about 1985 that George took that seat and has decided to retire. So Elton has now qualified to run for this office. We also wish anyone. Remember, you got to the Brewer. I hadn't posted that yet.
Yep. So he's running. We know 2.
31st of this month at 5 p.m. is the deadline.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm hearing Jimmy Smith is going to rerun for mayor of Meridian, but I don't think it's official yet. I need to go get the list and see.
Yeah, because I heard yesterday that he went the day after Percy.
And he has
made his qualification.
Okay.
But I haven't seen that publicly. But in conversation yesterday, they did say yes, he has.
All right, I'm going to get my list today that is official marking all this, and we'll go over this tomorrow as the who, what wins. Now, a big thing in court today, as we'll see, 1 o'clock is going to be a trial. We'll see what becomes of this. As we all watched this a few weeks ago, a business owner that was arrested in Lauderdale County for firing a weapon within the air. That's going to happen at 1 o'clock today. Greg Morgan will go in court today to see what becomes of these charges that was brought against him. Will they stay? Will it be imposed? We don't know. We'll be there. 1 o'clock is when that's going to happen today from a courthouse near you at the $68 million fun house. Yeehaw. We'll be there to cover all that.
Well, now will that be at the county government?
No, you're right.
You're
It's
going to be
city.
in the city, so
It's-
that's going to be inside city police department.
You're right. I made a mistake on that, Odie. I've forgotten about that.
Right inside
of,
that one.
I think of every trial being at the courthouse in my head.
Yeah, I do, and I have to think about it too. But it's like,
That would be Judge Markham handling that, being the
Dustin
city
Markham,
city judge. Okay, yeah, we'll go to that and see what becomes of it there.
make sure you go to the right place.
Yeah, I'd hate to be. Buck be going, Scotty Ray, what you doing back there in my courtroom? You're the only one here.
Yeah. Where's Nick?
Trust me, I have made mistakes before. We go, ruh-roh, I'm late. There's no way I can make it. Get your wires crossed. We got so much to talk about. We had an accident, people trying to get in from Alabama back to Mississippi last night. It was an accident between Epps and Livingston that slowed traffic big time, and everybody was tootling along trying to get here in their Chevrolet. We'll be right back, Scotty Ray and Odie, as we bring about, today is
Thursday.
Ooh, boy, it's getting good.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Here we are.
I get sidetracked.
We're not
really
going to leave you. Yeah.
I was, matter of fact, I was going to Dollar General yesterday and something happened and I forgot about that.
So, wait a minute, where am I going?
We, speaking of, I want to bring this up. A couple of things that are going on. Winter weather, we had some ball games that were going to take place tonight.
Yeah.
Any activities that were planned in Lauderdale County schools for tonight have been postponed. They're going to be rescheduled or canceled, as a matter of fact, for tonight. Everything should operate as normal for tomorrow night. We'll keep you up to date when this stuff is rescheduled, if it is rescheduled. Sometimes you get into a ball game or whatnot, and it doesn't work out. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But we will get to the bottom of that when we get some more answers on that.
And then talking about closed, we've got federal employees got the day off from mourning.
Yes.
Not a bank. But post office, if you was expecting a piece of mail, it's not going to happen today.
As we honor the life of former President Jimmy Carter, who is in Washington now. I've seen all the dignitaries walking up to the coffin, paying their last respects, Odie, to a man who was 39th back in the late 70s. Ronald Reagan would beat him in a re-election bid to become president. Jimmy, after he went on, there was a lot of people that were kind of disgruntled, as we remember back in time while he was president. But Jimmy would make his mark primarily after he left there, the good deeds that he did for mankind. He done so much of building homes and helping those that were less fortunate in this world. He took the word of God to many places that didn't have it. He practiced it in his hometown and then on into other countries that didn't know anything about it.
Habitat for Humanity was huge.
Yes, it was.
Somebody said the other day, do they, and I don't know if it's still going this way. I need to get with Miss Fonda Rush because she knows this stuff like the back of her hand. Yeah. But the way it used to be was you could put in to get a Habitat home, but you had to do so many hours helping another home being built and getting everything ready. And then you did have a mortgage to pay for the material, I believe, that you had to pay for. It wasn't much, but it did get you in a home that you owned, and that was started by Jimmy Carter. Great program. Used to be real big in Meridian. I'm sure they still do stuff, but it's definitely a great thing.
It is. I had somebody text me and said I should check, see if it's a trial or if it's an arraignment today. I need to check on all of that and see what's going on with the Morgans there. But a lot of people are interested in what will happen, and as soon as we get more information on that, we will let you know.
Well, I guess yes, he can go in and plead today, but he can also turn around and ask the judge to dismiss the case, for their particular reason. So a lot could happen today, even if it is just an arraignment.
And all this goes back to that famous. Is that the word? Did I say that phrase that wrong? To the press conference that was given at the Meridian PD about this, where we'd had numerous murders with no press conferences, and then we had a press conference for this, and little answers were given there that day. But maybe we'll find out more today. We'll find out on that. So that's how it's kind of shaking up today. Let's see. I guess we need to get into doing a little bit of what went on in history today, don't we?
Oh, is it that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hadn't done that yet. So,
Let's see if I can get it straightened out. I got the wrong thing pulled up.
That's all right.
Things happen.
We'll get there. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
All right, almost there.
Yeah.
As we go back, let's begin this. What year did all this start happening? It was 1913.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Who can forget that? I was a kid, and I still remember not being able to watch Scooby-Doo. Richard Nixon is born. I am not a crook. Can you say it, Odie?
I'm not a crook.
He said that over and over and over. He was reminding you. I think he'd done a lot of good things. He tried, but boy, he got caught up in something pretty bad there that Forrest Gump uncovered.
Well, it was in flashlights. The power must be out.
What did Gump say? There's something going over there. Some men's with some flashlights.
Yeah, like they've lost the power.
Yeah. Do you remember this guy from the westerns? He had that what I call the stink eye.
He did, and he played a lot of the bad guys.
He did. Lee Van Cleef was born on today, and he was a Western actor for many years. He may have even been in some of those Dirty Dozen. I'm not sure about that, but he has that look with Lee Marvin.
Yep.
But Westerns galore.
Now, y'all all remember this guy.
Oh, Bob Denver was born on today. Was this guy ever married? I never heard much about his personal life.
Gilligan or Bob?
Good point. They may have acted about the same.
Yeah, they did.
I just, I never saw Gilligan in much of anything else. I think he done some. He may have done a skit with Jethro one time in the Beverly Hillbillies as a punk rock singer for, when Jethro was trying to start his own music label there. I don't know a lot about this, the group Led Zeppelin. I'm sure there's a lot of you who do know this. Wasn't my forte of music, but a guy named Jimmy Page was born that was the founder of Led Zeppelin.
A double-headed guitar.
Yeah. Alabama would introduce one of them to the folks in country music. Never seen one go, well, what's going on there?
Y'all's used to a fiddle.
That's right. Because if you
got to have
Texas,
a fiddle in the band.
You do. 1950, he'd go to Nashville, Tennessee to record. Yep.
Wow.
Hank Williams went and recorded Long Gone Lonesome Blues. Went on to become a big number one for him there. Hank Sr. there.
We're getting reports the Valero gas station, 5200 block of Highway 493 there. We have a van that is on fire. So hopefully everything's good. They've got that van away from the gas pumps. But the Valero gas station,
that's going to be right by PV. Right by PV headquarters coming in at Cater's Market.
Yep, right there across the street. Yep.
That's what we got going on. So the fire department, they just can't get a break.
I know they got all these fire departments coming into town. They should have said, "Y'all bring a truck with you."
Every old boy's scary thing. You've been talking in your sleep. Whoo! Crystal Gale sang it and told on himself.
Modern day Redunzel.
I can't say that word.
You know what I'm talking about?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
That chick that hung her hair out the window. Yeah. The old boy climbed the.
Yeah, that's her.
Crystal Gale has a birthday. You'll remember her from Ricky Bobby's shirt from Talladega Nights. Crystal Gale was born, and of course, she was Loretta's sister There's a lot of people didn't realize that she done that. Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue. She went on with hit after hit that she had there. A beautiful woman. And just keep in mind, she does not look like that anymore. She's aged a little bit as you go to a concert. And like I was shocked by Diamond Rio and thought, who is that down there? That's the Geritol Quartet. They can't move, Odie. What's wrong? And they kept going, mirror, mirror on my wall. It was different. It ain't nice to poke fun at we're all getting aged.
Yeah,
but I'll
terrible.
tell you one group that ain't changed, and I don't know where that boy finds the energy. I can remember Meridian, Mississippi,
Woody
watching
Nelson.
He's aged. Tipple Theater, Some Girls Do. Sawyer Brown, if you go back into the early 80s, who won Star Search with Ed McMahon. And Mark, the lead singer, is like he's got ants in his pants. He just jumps around all over stage. And he's got to be pushing 70 at this point, and he ain't slowed down a bit.
He may have some help.
I get tired watching him, Odie. I remember this song, the theme song, being sang in the Blues Brothers. Head 'em up, roll 'em out, rawhide. When they couldn't sing any song that the bar knew, they had to break into rawhide. 1959, it would premiere with Clint Eastwood and become a huge, huge success.
Yeah.
Rawhide.
That's a young Clint Eastwood.
Ooh, he was young, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Clint just is the image of the tough guy for America. I like him.
Yep.
Go ahead.
With that home-rolled cigarette.
Make my day.
Make my day, punk.
He did. Barbara Eden. Y'all remember her?
Oh, man.
No, we've
Yeah, I
all
remember.
heard of Groucho Marx.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about all of this, he did an appearance on there on the show with Adrienne Magini, Groucho Marx, who was a big star at the time.
Yeah.
He wanted one thing. He wanted money. He said, if y'all give me a new TV, I'll come make an appearance. And, well, it would happen today. Groucho Marx.
Well, he got to hug
Yes, sir.
Jeannie, too, old Barbara there.
Yes, sir, he sure did. What a beautiful lady there. Let's see what else happened today. It would be 1961. John Wayne would make a movie out of this song. He'd be good at it. As we'd learn about Jenny and things of that nature as we all went north to Alaska to rush his own. Johnny Horton had a #1 with this back in 1961. What a movie, what a guy. It was an all-around. It's still a big hit to this day. People still play that.
Yeah. Just garbage. Garbage runs today, Arnold. They're not federal. So banks should be open. It's not a federal holiday. It's to honor President Carter.
His life.
On his life, and federal employees have the day of mourning off. So, yeah, not a federal holiday. So trash should be running. Yes. Oh, Amy loves this guy right here coming up. This is her favorite singer. She has seen him numerous times. He just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Is it soft rock? Is that what this is?
Yeah, I consider it soft rock.
It's not hippie.
It's got some hippiness in it. He had a fiddle in the band. It's definitely not
Somebody left
country.
it on stage and they didn't know what to do with it?
No, they jammed it out. It was awesome. And I love the guy.
Is it kind of like Peter, Paul, and Mary? They're really different?
No, he's got a little different. He's got his own sound.
I couldn't identify this man in a police lineup down at Meridian Police Department.
Dave Matthews.
I wouldn't know him if I met him on the street there. Loretta recorded one of those songs that put her in the spotlight. You remember she had the peel and things that were pushing her in. Fifth City, she recorded one about, you messing with a man, she's going to whoop you. Come on down to Fifth City. This was 1976 of a man that was absolutely broke in life, who turned down deal after deal, Odie. It got so bad that he had to sell his dog for $50 to eat. Loved his dog, but had to part with it because the dog didn't have anything to eat. He didn't have anything to eat. He held on to his dream. Most people were saying, we'll buy that from you. And he kept going, no, it's too good a story and I want to star in it. Nobody would do it. Well, he had one out of that do it. And, well, as they say, the rest is history after today, as Rocky, the filming of it began today in 1976. I can still hear that music in the back of my head. Starting there is
dun, 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 dun.
The person who had nothing that went from rags to riches. We had another number one song today, Convoy. Y'all remember that? It was a Dark of the Moon,
man,
6th
yeah.
of June. Kenworth. Kate is having a birthday today. What a beautiful lady who has just, as we learned, been suffering from cancer. Bless her heart. It's tough, but she is such a gorgeous lady. She is the mark of excellence.
And took sophistication.
Ooh, to a new level.
Wow. Oh. He outpunted his coverage on that, too.
He sure did, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got to give him kudos on that.
The next king of England and his beautiful bride. Now, can she be queen?
I would think. I don't
Because,
know.
you know, she's not royalty.
I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
I really don't quite understand the royal family.
But I think even if you're not and the king married, or you married the king, you ought to be the queen.
They call you, it's got a different name, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's...
Corset? I don't know.
Yeah, well, now that's what she is now. So LaWanda's saying yes. Is that yes that she can be the queen? Because she'd be a beautiful queen.
There she go. But we'll wait and see. It ain't going to be somebody named Megan, is it? That's the other one.
No, that's the other one. Of course, now she wasn't in line. Queen consort.
That's it, consort.
She wasn't in line because William is next in line.
He's the heir.
Unless something was to happen to him. So William, what's his brother's name?
That nobody knows or cares about? Yeah, him.
Yeah. So he married Megan. But I don't think, and of course they went ahead and gave up everything.
Oh yeah. They're hawking stuff anywhere they can.
Yeah, they live in Canada.
I still remember the morning that I met you standing in front of Wilson's 5 and Dime, staring at the things she couldn't afford, Odie.
A 14-carat mine.
And next thing you know, he's broke for the rest of his life. She left him for a banker, believe it or not. One of the greatest that Gene Watson ever had went number one in 1982. People still love that song, and it tells a story. Listen to it. Boy, this changed the world today. Back in 2007, Steve Jobs debuted this, the iPhone. It was so little that if you didn't have glasses, you wouldn't see it in your hand. But he's sure done a lot. I still disagree with this. He just recently passed away, and I'm totally against this. I think the man should have been let back in because he
100%.
set the mark of excellence when it came to baseball. It would be 1997 that Pete Rose was 91 that he was banned from baseball. I think he should have been let back in. There was people that done a lot worse than what he did.
Yeah.
This had nothing to do with this, but I do remember Joe Diffie singing "Welcome to Earth," Third Rock from the Sun. That was actually a TV show that premiered back in '96. Funny, it was a hoot, as we remember that. Debuted today. And we would lose this guy, January 9th. He was bored. He may have died of boredom, Odie. I'm not quite sure. As we go back to remember Jesse White, the lonely Maytag repairman passed away.
Yeah. That was a good commercial. I mean, that spoke loud.
It did.
For them.
There was thoughts there could be more to this, but apparently there was a slip, a fall, and if you ever fall, never go to sleep. As we remember, Bob Saget passed away on today, back in 22 America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
Slipped in his bathroom, hit his head, laid down in the bed, and never woke up. That is what we know about that situation.
Terrible. Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to send you, and I don't know how. I'm trying to send you video of that wreck in Scott County, but we'll worry about that later.
Save it to your phone, send it to me on Signal, and then
Well, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh, rump. We'll get it in a second there. Yeah. Do you remember somebody having to have their mouth washed out with a bar of soap?
Oh boy, yeah.
The Christmas Story.
That was terrible.
During that hubcap scene.
Drink your Ovaltine.
And then it went up in the air, and then those words that he should have never said was spoken.
Little piece of chocolate.
Yeah, and his mama looked at him there, and there we go. She passed away today. Her name was Melinda Dillon. She played the mom on The Christmas Story. Passed away 1 year ago today. I liked her. She played that
Chris
part.
brought a little leg, a little ornament leg.
It's right behind us still.
Yep. It's back there.
We'll be right back.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Docs delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Docs deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry. They have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie.
I think we're good and quiet and everything.
All right. I'll fix that here.
They may have done something good.
Yes, sir. We'll have this ready to show here, and I can't do it that way. So I'll do some adjustments, and we'll have that up in just a moment. Yesterday, I got word, Odie, that we had a leak in the street. Matter of fact, it was so bad, they said, well, we need to close the street. 40th Avenue, 40th Street toward King Road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's just take a look. Here it is. And, yep, we had us a big old nasty water leak. And there's some talking here, and this is kind of loud, but we'll move it over for you to see here. That gives you a bird's eye view of what was going on there. And, again, that's a heap of roadway that they were trying to repair there quickly to get everybody back on the road. So we want you to be aware of that, and I'm pretty sure they're probably still working in those areas today.
So be careful if you're in that area. Just be careful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's see, what else was it? Oh, no. That's it. Yep, so they got the bridge opened up where the water line busted, caused ice on the road there, frontage road, north frontage road, 22nd Avenue. They got that done. I know it was a tough time having that road closed and getting around it, but it was the safest thing for everybody that was driving in that area coming upon that busy intersection.
That's
so
true.
Glad to see that.
You ever been where you just couldn't see what was going on?
Yeah, the spectacles run out, and I went and got these, and they're a little better. So it took me about 2 days to get used to my new script, though. But the other one, this script runs slap out.
I finally figured out what I was attempting to do there. So
there we go.
We will have some video here in just a second to play there on that accident we had. We just found out also that the vehicle fire that was on Highway 493.
Yep. They got it out.
That's good.
Good deal. Good job, Meridian.
But another thing that happened, there was 3 things all at one time happened yesterday. It never takes its time. There can be a wreck, a road fall in, and then there's the guy that's trying to earn a living that his machinery catches on fire.
Yeah.
And that's what we had as a track hoe caught on fire. Look at this thing burning.
Man.
A goner for sure as we get over here. Look at that.
That's tough.
Yeah, an expensive boo-boo. You can't buff that out, as you say a lot.
No,
So we had it early yesterday morning. We had a report of a wreck down by Walgreens. We'd have 2 SUVs trying to fit in the same place at the same time.
Ooh, that normally doesn't happen.
No, there you go. Meridian Police Department was called out. I think they got that straightened out, and they could move the cars out of the road because it wasn't to where anything horrible. But they did get that fixed. Another thing that went on yesterday, and it took me a minute to wrap my head around it, but we had someone that most likely pulled over to the side of the road to do something and maybe had their door cracked and maybe forgot to put it in park, or I don't know if it was a standard or not. But the vehicle began to roll, and they fell out of the vehicle. And it would roll down the hill. It was on a state highway, roll down the road towards Sandflat, and then crash into the bushes, Odie, and become a City of Meridian issue after that. As we pull this up, and let's just back this up, show you this footage of what went on here. Here's the Sheriff's Department on scene. And then off to our left, there she went, just kind of jumped the curb up there in the bushes.
right in between two trees, and at least they wasn't real big trees.
Yeah. They had to get a wrecker to get it pulled out. He was okay. It's just there's things that happen. I can't count the times that you've been talking to somebody in a pasture and you drive up and you just turn the key off and forget to put it in park. Your
That's
vehicle
happened.
will roll away from you there also.
You got to chase it down. We've gone to get vehicles out of a pond that has happened.
That it rolled away?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. As we look to Clark County, another
Wow.
huge fire there yesterday as we go to our friends in at Clark County Hot Topics. Look at that. Another home destroyed. These cold winter days cause more homes to be destroyed than you can shake a stick at, Odie.
They really do, and Clark County reached out to Lauderdale County and got some assistance with water. I think Meehan Fire Department took some water to them to help them get that fire put out.
There was a bunch of them that went down to help out with that.
It really was.
Now, another thing that's going on, Meridian, if you notice, hey, I was trying to pass the MSU Raleigh Center, and I can't get through. The street is blocked. Why? There's something big and red parked there, Odie.
A couple of them.
Yeah. Well, the Mississippi Fire Chiefs Midwinter Conference is being held in Meridian. This is possibly one of the first times that it's been held here.
I don't remember it being held here, and having it here, it's great to have that. You're not only bringing fire chiefs from around the entire state, but you're bringing all of these different vendors coming in that sell products for, either the firemen or the fire trucks or dispatch centers. All of that coming to Meridian. A huge economic boost. And it's great to have. We've even got a company right here in Meridian. We use a lot of fire foam to put out fires. Well, we've got a company, not just made in Mississippi, but made in Meridian right here, that makes a foam that is being done nationally, sold nationally. Huge thing for Meridian. More information coming on that.
And they also,
as the days go by.
The products on that table is built by Blind here in Meridian.
That is correct. The Mississippi Industries for the Blind.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see what we have right here in Meridian.
And I also, as I was walking up, well, it's a big crowd of these. They were walking around downtown Meridian. And I want to say I had a pleasure meeting this young group here. This was the youth leadership, Lauderdale County. They were in downtown Meridian yesterday. Big thank you to them. As we got to introduce them in front of the Riley Center as they were out and about. It looked like a
Were they
field.
playing on the fire trucks when you got there?
I wasn't paying attention.
They were having a blast.
Were they?
Yeah,
that's
were
great.
having a blast.
We had some issues yesterday with a light, and let me show you this. And it hopefully it's fixed. If not, but remember, this is the middle light. This one still worked. But this light here in the middle, which does the same thing as that and had an issue or two, this is your turn signal. But keep in mind, little things like that happen, and they get to them and fix them as quickly as they can. Now, I've never been to a fireball. Do they still have the fireman's ball?
Yeah, they had them a party last night.
But I'm saying there used to be a big dignitary thing of the fireman's ball. Where you got all dutied up and went down?
Yeah, the Local 52, I know a couple of years ago they had a big fireman's ball, but I don't know if they've done one the last couple of years. I had to find out from the local area firefighters Union 52.
As we look over to what's going on in California, it's just devastating.
Man.
Hollywood homes are disappearing. Billy Crystal is one of the ones that has lost his house. Now, you got to keep in mind, these folks aren't able to get anything out. And you would have to imagine there's awards and memorabilia that they've kept from movies on down, gone.
It really is.
It's just one little sad story and people losing everything they've got. Think of L.A. It is rough there, as we know that they've got some water issues there, not enough water rolling into that. So we'll be right back. We've got more to talk about. Birthdays still to come. Get yours to us. Still got a minute to get that listed with us. We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $2.99 down and only $2.99 a month. here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
And here we are. Whoop, whoop.
I was looking at the video that we were going to play. Yeah. This is the accident as we look at this over on I-20, just past Forest in that area there. As we look at this coming up on this accident here, Simmons wrecker on scene, and that right lane has just been blocked for a long time this morning. As you'll see, look off into the bushes there. There she sits. So a mess. We got a car there, two 18-wheelers involved. That's one you'll see there.
The whole front end's gone on that one.
Yep. And I don't know who CJ and all those.
We'll have to see Jerry White
and Jenny
called, and we can see all these people. Well, we know who you're talking to.
Well, we could be detectives, couldn't we?
Well, we could learn something.
As we get. Again, the weather is going to be the main thing that we do today. And I got a message that probably there is going to be a press conference later today. Let me get down here. We're thinking somewhere around 10:15.
Okay. With the governor?
Yeah, I think he's going to do something at 9.
At 9. With the governor?
Yeah, and then there's going to be a press release at 10:15. So we'll find out more about all of this coming up this morning. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Simmons Wrecker needs some sleep.
I tell you, look, when he gets bad, they don't have sleepers. They bring the RV.
Yes, sir.
They have it. Don't worry. They got so much chains and ropes and slings and equipment on that. I don't know if there's a room for a sleeper.
That's true. They're saying that a cup of morning coffee could add to your life. Well, I don't know about all that, Odie. I still had a heart attack, and I drank like 10 in the morning.
But you're with us. We might be here till 120. As much coffee as we drink.
Boy, it's just like a funnel to us. Some people do other things. We do coffee. We funnel coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Who we got having a birthday today, Odie?
We got some birthday. Look, we got an anniversary. Mark and Patricia Keaton, 24 years. Happy anniversary. Damon Lee Ford, 9 years old. Renee Chisholm, Junior Oxner, Alan Lightsey, Sybil Morgan's having birthday, and Harvey Swearingen is 75 years young today. Happy birthday.
You know, we have to congratulate people when, no matter whether you like the guy or not, you think he's got issues. Probably a pretty good person at home to have around. Great-grandfather this morning, that'd be Biden. He is one of his kids just had another child, and we hopefully that he'll get to go enjoy some of this stuff after January 20th there. But a great grandfather, that's a big deal.
Congratulations! There's nothing better than grandkids.
That's what I hear. He has canceled his trip that he was going to take to Italy due to the fires that are going on in California. And also yesterday they arrested
Tommy Godwin's got a birthday today.
Does he?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Now, are you letting him come back to the cool stuff, or the warmer stuff? Well, we're going to be frozen tonight, but she's had him up there in Tennessee where it's snowing for sure.
Yeah. Come home, Tommy. Come home.
Come home.
We had someone arrested at the Capitol Rotunda yesterday. We had somebody that tried to walk in with a weapon, Odie, where Jimmy Carter's body. He was quickly taken into custody and escorted away by some nice people called the Capitol Police.
Oh, it's not a knife. This is a knife. You can't have it here.
Yeah, they didn't let him enter. So that happened there. As we close out the show each day, we always like to close with a Bible verse. And do you have one for us today?
We're pulling one up, and another birthday came in with Steve Tucker's 89 years young today.
Really? Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's a big one.
That is a big one. So yeah, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the word of the Lord, in the work of the Lord, for as much as we know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. You know, if you have the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in your heart, share him. Let people know what he's done for you and what he can do for them. Maybe it's that one person that needs to hear you tell them God's got your back. Go out and spread his word and let everyone know what Lord and Savior Jesus Christ can do for each and every one of us. Y'all have a safe day. Stay in tune. We've got news coming as updates from National Weather Service come out. Briefing starting at 10. We're going to go through and have a lot of discussions throughout the day. So just keep your mind on what's going to happen overnight. Remember one thing's for sure. We love you and want you to have a great day. Y'all stay safe. See you tomorrow.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.